guess, because they're both on the same side. Some people prefer that. But the characters do match up, and that's what's important. So, either way, MJ's starting off with some pretty good magnets, getting some good damage off, though he lets himself get grabbed, and almost eats a huge punish for it. Good DI, though, gets away from the up air. Twisty kind of walking down the corner, trying to make sure MJ doesn't get back. Almost messes it up and dies for his trouble. Looks like Twisty's kind of having a hard time comboing MJ. MJ kills himself. Though he's not a huge deficit so long as he can close this out. So the next couple of seconds here are going to be pretty important. Okay, so it's an even game. MJ closing it out. So one thing that MJ is doing a really good job of doing is he's reducing the threat of Wario's full hop, which normally controls a lot of space because it's really difficult to contest Wario when he's in the air like that. But MJ is doing a really good job of just keeping that space occupied, and here's another kill. Alright, so Twisty down a full stock. And really kind of struggling here to keep up. Yeah, MJ's doing it. Ooh, down air, let's go. Kind of a flub tech chase, but he takes it. That's not going to be it. That was amazing DI. Ooh, that might be it, though. Yep. Alright, great option by Twisty. Goes for the mix-up instead. Doesn't grab or anything, just goes for a mix-up. MJ hanging out on the platform. Reconsidering. I do really like that he's sticking to his plan of stuffing Wario's full hop approaches. And I think Twisty needs to respond to this by perhaps... How could Twisty deal with this? Twisty could just stay more grounded, honestly. MJ's not really throwing out a lot of projectiles, so Twisty doesn't really have a lot of reason to jump right now, other than he just wants to control space. But I think right now it's doing more bad than good for him. Okay, Twisty gets a grab though. Let's see what he gets off of this. He gets an SD off of it, so that's pretty good. It's pretty high quality. Okay, gets an up there. Hasn't really been able to close out these stocks, though. Ooh, okay, jumps out. So, oh, back air pressure into death. We now have an even game with a fully charged waff on deck. Okay, good. I agree with the nair. I think Twisty should be nairing more right now, because he's having a really hard time of breaking through MJ's hitboxes, and nair is a pretty good hitbox. Like that, see? Trades and then diffuses the situation, and now he's gotten a grab off of it, and that's it. Okay, so it's game one for Twisty. So let's see how both of these players kind of adapt to what's happening. Interested to kind of see the bans that Twisty gives off here. Okay, so MJ has picked Metroid Lab, which is a really, really interesting stage. It's got two basically top platforms that kind of rotate between being side and top platforms. It's a very, very interesting stage. It's actually one of my personal favorites. I don't like Norfair because I don't like the background, but Metroid Lab is a stage I actually really enjoy playing on. It's a very, very interesting stage, but generally it tends to favor characters with better aerial drift. Or not aerial drift, I'm sorry, with better aerial hitboxes. Though MJ is really showing that he's making good use of the more room to run around. I really think that putting himself in against Wario is not a good idea. MJ's a player who's pretty fast with his movement. So I really, if his goal was to open up the stage more, I agree with it. I'm just more worried about his higher percent kill confirms is really what I'm worried about with this stage. I really feel like it's entirely possible he just down airs Wario onto a platform and nothing comes of it. But I could also be totally wrong because I don't know the percents on that. But so far they've been keeping it even. It's been pretty close. Twisty clutched it out last game thanks to the waff. But we're going to see how he does it again this game. Twisty doing a good job of just tomahawking and then getting the grab on landing. I think that's really what's changed a little about this matchup is Twisty has been doing more empty hop rather than just throwing out aerials, so he's been getting more grabs in this matchup. MJ, I think, really needs to get a grab if he wants to really make this work. I don't know how good... Oh, that was a great read. Okay. But this is really this is a really, really huge percent. All of this percent is just going completely unanswered. I don't think he's going to be able to answer it. Okay, good nair. Twisty goes for a side B, which I agree with. MJ did a good job of avoiding it, though. Okay, up there. into fanciness. Feeling himself a little, but definitely doesn't make it happen. Sweet Buns pretending like he's from New York. Uma lost to Lafungo. What a meme. What a legend, dude. I should actually open up the bracket. I'm not sure what the pools look like, Moto, but I'll go take a look after this set. Or I guess after this game. I don't think, like, this is what I'm so worried about in this matchup, is like, how is MJ going to kill on this stage? He got pretty lucky, I would say. Or not lucky, he did a pretty skilled thing with the first one, but like, having to force yourself to repeat that multiple times where you outplay your opponent's DI is really, really, really hard. And I'm not surprised that he's struggling to kill in a matchup where he has to do that over and over again. But right now, we can see Twisty trying to close this out. Tom has joined me upon realizing that there's a Wario in the game. He will now leave. Never. Oh no, he.
That's because.
Alright, that's the set.
I have to wait for like ever.
Do you?
To do my set. I have to wait for Adam X to finish playing CAD. Sick.